In this video, we're going to be talking about how to set up our industry standard Keymap, how to install some plugins that we're going to need, and then finally some edits to those that Keymap for those plugins, just to make our life a little bit easier as we go forward. You can find links to both of these plugins in the description. Okay, so once you have Blender installed and open, you want to go to Edit, Preferences. From here, you want to make sure you're on the Keymap tab. And at the top drop down here where it says Blender, you want to select Industry Compatible. Great. So that's our industry compatible Keymap setup. So from here we want to install our plugins. So we're going to go to this Add-ons tab. From here you want to click the Install button. So you want to navigate to wherever you've downloaded these plugins. Keep in mind you want to keep these as zip files because we just select them and then click install. So in this case, we're just going to install text tools. I have it selected, and I'm just going to click install add-on. Great, so once it's installed, it'll automatically get highlighted. So this little search function's already punched it in, so that's the only thing we see. From here, we just want to enable it by clicking this button, this checkbox. Great, so let's install the other one. We're going to click install. Now we're going to go to machine tools, and again, click install add-on. Great, again, we're just going to click this checkbox to make sure it's enabled. Great, so let's set it up. So I'm just going to make this window a little bit bigger so we can see all the options a bit better. The ones I recommend you activate to begin with are Cleanup, and down here at the bottom, the Views Pie. Great, so once you've got those selected, we're going to go up to Keymaps, and we're just going to change a couple of these speed keys for these, just so they're a little bit easier to use while we're modeling, just to speed up our workflow a little bit. So the first one we're going to change is this Views Pie. So over here where it says page down, which is the currently selected speed key for that, and we're going to click that and then select our new speed key. In this case, we're going to use spacebar. Cool. Okay, so the other one we're going to change is the Machine Tools Cleanup. So we're going to change it from the 3, and we're going to change it to Shift F3. So that's just generally something that doesn't get used very often, so it's going to work well in this case. So from here, there is one more little thing we have to do, and that is when we sometimes change an add-on's Keymap, we have to change the Keymap for the standard Keymap, just so they don't interfere with each other. So in this case, the one we need to change is this spacebar key. It's usually mapped to play animation. In this case, we're going to need to change that so that this Views Pie works appropriately. So to do that, we just go back to the Keymap tab here, and we're going to click Key Binding. This lets us be able to just type in the name of the key that we want to change so that it can find it. In this case, we want spacebar. And right at the top, we can see play animation. So what we can do here is just change this to something else. So in this case, I'm just going to change this to the P key. Brilliant. And that is pretty much everything we need to do. So now you should be ready to go ahead and start modeling. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video.